the new school year and our first episode of Prior Crier.
Wow, so many things have changed since we left.
So true. There are so many new teachers, and they even changed the dress code.
Don't forget about all those new administrative changes.
How could I? It seems everybody's in a new position. It's hard to keep track.
Well, hopefully this first story will help you to keep track. Camden Runyon has a story.
The new school year has brought with it new administration changes, including 2 new principals, but many students will recognize the familiar faces. For the past few years, John Morgan served as middle school principal. However, he stepped back into the position of high school principal after many years in other roles.
Mr. Galwitz moved over to the superintendency. He asked if I would want to do this, but I started out as a high school principal.
Morgan said the transition has brought along new challenges such as graduation requirements.
I didn't pay a lot of attention to what requirements were in place at the high school. Graduation seals, and I'm taking a crash course on High School 101.
Former middle school science teacher Alex McIntyre took on her first role outside of the classroom this year as middle school principal.
I was already hoping to move into a principal role. So I just graduated in April with my Master's of Science in Ed Leadership.
McIntyre's main reason she decided to change her role was that this new position will allow her to help fellow staff and students navigate strict state guidelines.
There's also a lot that is mandated by the state. There's other requirements and things that we have to do, which can get very taxing on both the staff and the students. My hope is that I can kind of lessen that stress.
Freshman Chelsea Birch is a former student of McIntyre and enjoyed having her as a teacher. Birch believes McIntyre will succeed in her new role because of her classroom experience.
It was really fun. She always had really good lessons, but also made it fun. I think that she has a really good leadership role, so I think she's going to be a really good principal and leader for middle schoolers.
Morgan has also followed Birch through her school career since the beginning, starting as her elementary principal.
He always is like in a good mood and like joking around. So there was never a time where he wasn't my principal. So I don't know how to compare it to something. Well, since he's previously done high school, so I think he has the hang of it.
Good luck to both principals navigating their new roles. This is Camden Runyon for Prior Crier.
Well, good luck to both Mr. Morgan and Miss McIntyre.
Of course, and let's hope they can accomplish all those goals they set.
Definitely.
Well, Friday nights are a big event for students at the beginning of the school year.
Oh yeah, going home and sleeping is a big event.
I was more referring to Friday night football games.
Oh, that makes more sense. The football team puts in so much hard work and dedication in preparation.
So do the cheerleaders and this other group. Let's take a deep dive into the marching band's Friday night football game routine, and I have the story. At the end of every school week, students go out underneath the Friday night lights to watch the high school football game. However, many groups that help to make the game what it is often get overlooked. One of these groups is the high school marching band. I will take you through a football game from the perspective of a band member and all the preparation that goes into preparing for the game.
Everything begins as the school day ends. Members make their way to the middle of the track for warm-ups and then to practice their show. After dinner, students make their way to the elementary school where they unload the trailer and warm up for pregame. Then, band members line up and march into the stadium and onto the field. For the pregame, they play the fight song as the team takes the field. The first 2 quarters of the game are spent in the bleachers playing stand tunes. Next comes the most important part of the night, the halftime show. They must make sure to not only play the music, but to also watch the drum major and march in step while remembering drill. Third quarter is free for band members to have fun and get food, but players must be back in their seats to play at the start of the fourth quarter. This final quarter is spent not only playing, but also having more fun by doing group cheers. Once the game is over, they play the alma mater for the football team. After this is over, we say goodbye, line up in pairs, and march out of the stadium. From there, we reload the trailer and follow it back to the school, where we unload it, and after a long night full of hard work and fun, they finally go home.
Now you know what it's like to be a part of the marching band. Good luck to the marching band the rest of the season. For Prior Crier, I'm Maddie Donabauer.
Wow, a lot of different groups put in so much hard work to make the game special.
I know, shout out to the football team, the cheerleaders, and the band.
Well, that's it for this first episode of Prior Crier.
Oh, before you go, don't forget to purchase your copy of the Trojan Crier tomorrow for $1. There you can read more about the new administrative changes.
Of course. And for Prior Crier, I'm Emilee Fletcher.
And I'm Maddie Donabauer.
And we'll see you next time.